host here on Talk and Talk. Uh, I've around 1 year and a half, and for me, it's been amazing, experience. And what else? I work at a freight forwarder company for 10 years, and there I'm part of the collection team. And what else I need to say? Yeah, recently I bought this new computer, so I'm a little bit lost here, but I think that with time, I'm gonna be better, and it will contribute with the immersions, that we have. And basically, guys, that's it. So, Rubiane, can you present yourself, please?
Yes, I am Rubiane. I live in Santos. I am married. I am a lawyer. I I'm here on the TNT since September. Yeah, I think it is. In September, I have one daughter, and that's it.
Nice, really nice, Rubiane. And how do you survive from the weather yesterday?
My
Because yesterday
God,
was
Bruno,
crazy here.
in my house, the light uh, full down and
Mm-hmm.
returns on 23 p.m., 20 and a half
Oh my
p.m.
God.
Only this time. And the windows of my vizinhos, a neighbor, né?
Yeah, yeah.
My the new building neighbors fall down, tipo,
Oh my
voaram,
God.
enfim,
Mm-hmm.
crazy, crazy.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yes. And
But I'm
and I
happy.
work on at home yesterday, and I went without light, and
Oh
I
my
did
God.
nothing.
Really crazy, really crazy. But I'm happy that you are well, you and your family, and that's what matters, right?
Yes.
Really nice. Thanks for sharing, Kubiani. And who are you, Leticia? Can you present yourself, please?
So can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. My name is Letícia. I am 20 years old. I live in Barueri, São Paulo. I am at the college. I study chemistry, and I have been here in Talk and Talk since April, I think, to practice my English and improve my abilities of communication. In my free time, I like to watch sports or series about cooking, and that's it.
Really nice, Leticia. Really, really nice to have you here. I've seen most of your posts at LinkedIn, and the posts are the posts are really great, really your writing is really good, so congrats for your improvement, and just keep going. Really nice to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank, thanks for sharing. And last but not least, Sarah. Sarah, long time no see you. I miss you, girl. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Every time I try to come here, something happens. So today it worked out. Yeah. And so I'm Sarah. I'm also hostess here. I live with my family. I have a degree in business administration, but recently I'm studying more about English teaching because I want to work with that. Uh, I have a dog and two cats. And my free time, just like a normal person, I like doing nothing or watching TV or reading, just normal stuff. Nothing really special about it, but yeah, it's always a pleasure to be here. And also, I study French. Yeah, I like to learn about this universe of languages.
Really nice, Sarah. Really nice to have you here. I have been following you, following you. I don't know if this is the right word to say, but I follow you on LinkedIn also, and it's really nice to see your progress, your achievements. The way that you are, you know, try to pursue your goals. And for me, it's a motivation to keep going, on my studies and for life, in general. So really nice to have you here today. And thanks for helping me, because you saved my life today. You saved my life. Yeah. So really nice. And guys, I want to know from you, what is the biggest mistake a person can make in an argument? Uh, Leticia, can you tell us about it? What do you think?
I think that one of the biggest mistakes is criticize or misunderestimate other to validate yourself, because you don't need to find what's wrong with other people to realize what's right with you. So I think it's really bad doing it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, sometimes people underestimate others and they think that just what they are saying or what they are thinking is it's true, and most of the time it's not. We need to put ourselves in other shoes in order to see if we are right or wrong, or maybe we can, uh, we can see, or we can have a deal, about what is good for the situation in general, So that's what I think about it also. So I agree with you, Leticia. Really nice words. Thanks for sharing. And what about you, Rubiane? What do you think about it?
I agree with both, with Leticia, and I think the other biggest mistake when the person don't uh, the people fight because your opinion is different the other person and don't understand the size the other person and fight tipo, hits the friend. I don't know how to say. My English is
Yeah.
bad. It's very bad.
No way.
But I
No way.
understand
No way.
always. And I think it's that when the person only fights and don't get to understand the other side.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't even give the chance to the other to explain themselves about some
Yes,
situation. Yeah, I got the point.
because
Yeah.
because each other have a opinion about something, and
Mhm.
e muito embora you discord, como é que é? Não sei, discordar. Vou até anotar para procurar.
Yeah, you don't agree
You don't
with
agree? Yes,
something. Yeah.
you don't agree.
Yeah.
You only listen and okay, it's your opinion, but my opinion is different. Only this. But some people want to impose your opinion.
Yeah. 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 Really nice point. Yeah, really great point. Yeah, sometimes people disagree and they don't they want to impose their point of
Yes.
view. Yeah. 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 Really nice point, Obiani. Yeah. Really nice. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. Really nice. And what about you, Sarah? What do you think about it?
Yeah, the girls mentioned some really interesting points as well. I'd say that, at least my opinion, when someone acts indifferent, like, oh, I don't care, I don't want to be here. So, sorry, that's something that really annoys me because I'm trying to sometimes solve the situation or just share what I'm feeling, and the other person is like, oh, okay, whatever you say, I don't care. If I'm talking about that, probably it is important, at least to me, So I really try to not act like this when I'm talking to someone because I I really don't like when they act like this with me. So for example, if it is something that it's not so important to me, but I know the other person feels that way, I prefer, okay, I try to pay attention, I try to put myself in their shoes. So because sometimes it's better to fight than to do nothing, you know. So I prefer the conflict than indifference or acting cold, you know. So yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, I got it, the point. Really nice, Sarah, really nice. And let me ask you one more thing. Uh, do you think that people are tolerant when they have to listen to the others, or nowadays, or do you think that people don't want to listen one another?
It depends on what people we are talking about. Because on
Yeah.
the internet, for example, we are missing this, like more tolerance and respect for different opinions. I'm saying opinions because sometimes people act like with prejudice and they say, oh, it's just my opinion. I believe there is a difference, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to opinion, I believe we could be more tolerant, more. I say we because sometimes it's hard for me to act like this because I see some comments and I think, oh my gosh, this person is dumb. This person
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
know a single thing. But I'm not gonna say that, of course, not to them. I'm just gonna think. But I believe that we could be more we could be more patient. We could try to understand other people's sides and also yeah, especially online because it's like, oh, this person is the internet. It's a free space and it shouldn't work like this, like completely free. I can say whatever, no exceptions, you know. So yeah, it's something to think about.
yeah. Really, really nice, really nice. Great point. Sometimes people like to, uh, how can I say? I forgot the word, but they use the the excuse of, uh, for example, this is my opinion. They use it as an excuse to show or to share, the prejudice, and that's the point. And we can, believe that sometimes in uh, there are terrible things that people use as an excuse to defend their point of view, and it's not the point of view in fact. Maybe it's just want to these people want to share a prejudice, hurt other people and use it as an excuse to say that that's what they think about it, but in fact it is not a good thing, something like that. I don't know if you got the point, but that's my opinion, And Leticia, what do you think about it? People nowadays, people are tolerant when they have to listen to others, or do you think that the world is crazy when it comes to
Uh,
listen?
the word is crazy, I think. I think unfortunately not always people are tolerant because I think that sometimes people put their personal beliefs in front of the discussion to create arguments, but not necessarily these thoughts can contribute to discussion. So I think it's complicated because sometimes we don't need to think about the things that I believe as an individual person, and not think about the social condition and situation. And
Mhm.
I agree with you guys because there's a fine line between tolerance and intolerance. So there's the thing that we say, my tolerance ends when your intolerance starts. So
Mhm. Yeah.
I I think it's really bad when people say absurdos and try to justify it as a opinion. It's not opinion, can hurt other people, and it's complicated.
Yeah, really nice words, Leticia. Yeah, and what you said about my tolerance ends when your intolerance starts, something like that. It's a word that we already heard in Portuguese, and I totally agree with you. Really nice words. Really nice word. Thanks for sharing. And I think that we all answered this one. Rubiane, did you once answer this one?
No,
No.
but I agree with what said, and I think in nowadays the internet improve more intolerance, because
Yeah.
that Sarah said, I think Sarah said this. The internet is free for talking and writing everything.
Yeah.
And I think the people feel more, how can I say, as pessoas se sentem, como é que eu vou dizer isso? Mais, more propícias a dizer coisas sem ser punidas, entre aspas.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
e dentro desse contexto, I think that for the people are more intolerant and write things in posts the other person, and don't and didn't thought about the feelings that the person feeling, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it is and I think it depends on the person. Mas now,
Yeah.
but nowadays, I think the people are more intolerant.
Yeah. People are more prompt to say things and not be punished. Yeah.
Yes.
I totally agree with you. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. And because as we are discussing here, I think nowadays everyone has the right to say what they think, but sometimes they use it as an excuse to hide their true intentions. That's the what I was trying to say before. And it's a it's not it's not good, because people are not honest, with the things that they think. And there are lots of people using it, and that's it's really sometimes it's hard to distinguish people, like differentiate people, truly people, and people that are not so uh, honest. So it's an internet, help to spread it, in some situations, and it's really, really bad. But we just need to be aware and, you know, and try to understand the whole scenario before to make some uh movement, or maybe make some have an opinion, about something. Yeah. Really nice.
And
Again, really nice words. Nice.
I think too, for example, the intolerance is in small things. When you live I live at the building, and
Mhm.
sometimes we have a salão de festas,
Yeah.
but sometimes you se dá uma festa and dentro do horário, the time
Mhm.
sei lá, das 8 and 10 p.m., but the
Yeah.
neighbors complain the sound, the sound is loud. Gente, tipo, é uma única vez que tem, não tem festa todo dia, as pessoas não têm paciência, não tem tolerância com os outros, de coisas bestas. Desculpa,
Mhm.
eu não tô conseguindo falar inglês hoje.
No worries, no worries, no
Ai,
worries.
gente.
But I totally understand you because I live in a condo also. And when it comes to neighbors, it's like crazy because everyone has your own opinion, and we need to
Yes.
respect it, of course, but they don't like to follow the rules. That's what I get mad sometimes. Not sometimes, most of the time. And yeah, but I completely feel you. Uh, it's crazy. When we have rules, the rules were made for follow, and you know it's like our basis. And if you don't follow the rules, or if you complain because of the rules, there are two things that you need to do. Or you can move on to another place, or you accept the rules. Of course, we are open to change, we are open to listen to the others, but man, sometimes you need to just accept the situation and go ahead. If of course you have your choices. You can make new choice, but if you don't accept the rules, man, your life will be a mess, right? So it's really really complicated to live with neighbors. And we need to breathe in, breathe out. Count to 10 and go ahead. It's really really complicated. I feel you, Kubiani. I understand you. Really nice words. Thanks for sharing. And uh, Leticia, have you ever lived any situation that you need to deal with a conflict, and how was it for you?
Right now, I can't select a specific situation, but of course, I have lived this because it's life. But I always try to understand all sides involved. I am known as a person really fair because I don't like unfairs. I really don't like this. So I try to understand all sides, all arguments, all valid arguments, because as we say it, some opinions is, I don't know, empty. And that's it. I try to keep in peace and be rational, because when you become more emotion, we can, I don't know, the situation can become worst when we are a little emotional. Not, I don't think that emotional as a bad thing, but sometimes we
Yeah,
need to be rational to resolve things.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I totally understand. I was just about to ask you about emotions and feelings. If you think that it's a bad thing in all the situations. Do you know how to use it in your favor in a conflict?
For example, if the conflict involve humans, I think we need to be emotional because we can feel empathy for other people. And in that situation, I think emotional is a good point. So I think
Yeah,
emotional as angry, for example, is bad because we spread hate with no reasons, and it's conflict. But when you are emotional with empathy, for example, it's good. We think about other people and other circumstances, and for me can be good.
yeah, yeah. I got the point. Really nice, Leticia. Thanks for sharing. Really nice words. And what about you, Rubiane? Have you ever lived in a situation that you need to deal with conflicts? I think that you live it all the time, uh, because of your job, your work. But I want to know, and hear from you in any situation that you lived.
I don't remember a specific situation, but as you said, I am a lawyer, and I lido com complain all the time. But I think I am a tolerant person, and sometimes I prefer to only listen and don't talk to avoid the conflicts. And I have an opinion, but my opinion don't change the opinion of the person, and I don't want to change the opinion of the person. But if I try to impose my opinion, we don't alcançar, a gente não vai chegar em anywhere.
Yeah.
So in this case, I prefer to only listen and don't talk about yes, no, only this. But in other situation, we need to talk about our opinion, our point. But I think I am a person tolerate, and
Yeah.
I think I think that the way that you talk, when that you discourse, that you speech about something, is important, because
Yeah.
you think different of me, but we know, I know how to explain the situation, my point, and I know that your point is different, but I respect. And I think it's it. Eu não sei se eu consegui dizer direito o que eu queria dizer, mas é mais ou menos isso.
Yeah. 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 I got the point. I think we all got the point. Yeah. And let me ask you one more thing. What about your feelings when you are in a discussion or a conflict? You know, how to deal with it in your mind or your heart? You know, mainly when it comes to work, because sometimes it's in a personal life. I think that we, you know, with our family, it's easier, you know, to deal with it. But when it comes to work, sometimes we deal with people that are too hard to be with, you know. For you, Rubiani, how you can deal with it?
I am a maritime lawyer, you know, and in
Mhm.
this mail is very masculine,
Yeah, yeah, masculine. Yeah,
and sometimes because when they see me as a
hmm
lawyer, I think that they thought, she's younger, she's a woman, that she knows nothing about this. And sometimes the man, how can I say, quer subir em cima, tipo,
yeah, yeah.
to impose
They
the
want
opinion. I
to
know
impose.
everything about the comex, and you know nothing because you are younger in the area. And I my postura is to speak about my opinion, my point de visão sobre o negócio, and and dot. Don't
Mhm.
I never fight with my clients. I never fight with the person. Only one time in the call, in I in the call, and the clients esqueci de gritar, scream up with me.
Yeah, yeah.
Aí eu não aguentei e falei também mais alto que ele. Because,
Oh,
sorry, Bruno, you are a man, but some men quer falar mais alto do que porque a gente é mulher. Porque se fosse com outro
exactly.
homem,
Yeah,
não falaria
yeah,
assim, entendeu? Então, dessa
yeah,
situação específica, eu falei mais alto que ele, daí todo mundo se chocou, porque nunca ninguém tinha visto eu gritar, falar alto com
yeah.
ninguém. Então todo mundo falou, caraca, meu. Mas algumas vezes é necessário a gente se impor, porque senão,
hmm
no nosso meio, no Comex, é muito masculino. Então, às vezes,
Yeah, yeah,
você tem que ter uma postura, tipo, mais séria, diferente. Desculpa.
yeah, yeah. And No way, no way. I think that you explain everything in a really good way, you know. You were incredible on your explanation, you know. I agree with you in this area, you know. We we live in a masculine world, let's say like this, and the men's they think that they mainly the old ones, because the old ones of course they have a lot of experience, you know, but they want to know more than you that is a lawyer, you know. You are a lawyer, you know about the law, you know, in general. And if you are doing something, or you are explaining or giving your point of view about something, is because you know that, you know that. So, but they don't want to accept it because they think that they are right in everything. And I know it because I live in this environment, you know, and I can see a lot of things, you know. And they think that uh, you know, we use a term here that we say that we are partners, you know, but the partnership sometimes is just for one side, you know, not to the both, because partnership is the both sides, right? But sometimes they want to use just in one side, you know, that, you know, can give them some advantages, you know. And I hate this kind of thing. I hate it, you know. That this is a reminder for me as a man, you know, to not follow this path, because I don't want to. I want to be honest and do my best, you know, in order to deliver the best for the client, you know. But the partnership is to the both sides, you know. So that's my opinion about it. Really nice words, Ubiani, really nice. Thanks for sharing. And you, Sarah, I think that you didn't answer this one. What do you think about it? I talked too much, sorry.
Don't worry.
What?
Yeah, I was thinking about something that happened recently. My previous job that I didn't stay there because of some problems, you know. So my my boss, he didn't like because I sent a message on the group asking for my salary, asking because it was like 10 days delayed, and I had to ask because I don't work for free, you know. So it was
For
really
sure,
hard
of course.
because once I got to the workplace, he started saying things like, "Oh, I'm an honest person. I just didn't pay you because of this and that," and he showed me his bank account to prove that
Oh no.
have he didn't have the money. And I was like, "You don't have to show me this. I just need to talk to you because I want to know what's happening. I've been doing my work correctly, and I want to be paid for that, you know." So um, in the end of that conversation, I realized I wasn't going to convince him. He wasn't going to convince me because he thought I was exaggerating because I should be more comprehensive about the issues the company was facing, you know. So he asked me, "Oh, do you? I really want to know from you because I see that your behavior your behavior is changing. You're acting cold and like you don't want to be here." And I was okay, of course. And he asked me, "Do you want to keep working here?" And I said, "No, I don't want to because we had a deal and you didn't follow your part, and
Of
I don't think
course.
that's gonna
Yeah.
get better in the future. So I
Yeah.
have to, I don't know, organize my things, do what is important for the next days, but I don't wanna keep working here." And that was it. So it was really hard for me because I'm a person who likes to avoid things, you know, avoid conflicts. But I noticed during the conversation that he was just giving me excuses, and it's like a bad relationship, you know. The guy never washed the dishes, and you think, "Oh, we are gonna get married and he's gonna change. It's gonna be so beautiful." No, it's not. So I prefer just to leave the relationship early than
Yeah.
expect a miracle, you know. So it was really hard, but it was necessary to be done.
My God, really, really, really tense situation that you lived. Because as you said, nobody works for free, right? And I think that it's like a crazy question that he made for you. If you want to be here, who wants to be in a place that you not earn money, So it's obvious for me, But anyways, yeah. But thanks God that you are doing another thing, and you are earning your money in a different way. Really nice, Sarah. Really nice to hear that. Thanks for sharing. Guys, let me see here. Yeah, that's the question. I think I really want to know from you because I think that I don't know. It's for me. It's okay. I don't care to say it, but I want to know for you guys. Do you find it easy to say sorry when you are wrong? Sarah, I want to start with you. Mm. Oh my God.
Well, it depends on the person.
Open your heart.
If it is someone that I really care about, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's easy. It's not a word to describe because it's always hard when it comes to feelings. But
Yeah.
it's not like something that I feel bad because, oh, I was right, so I shouldn't say sorry for that. If it's about the person in my family, a friend, I don't have a problem saying sorry. Usually, I'm just generalizing the situation. But if it is something like a professional environment, that is, sometimes people try to put the guilt in others because they don't want to be uh, hold has they don't want to be responsible for mistakes because it is not
Mhm.
good for them, for their career and so on. So I think that in the
Yeah.
workplace I prefer to not to say, oh, it was him, it was her, but to say the thing, to explain what I did, and make sure people understand that that mistake wasn't my responsibility, but in a
Mhm.
nice way, not throwing anybody under the bus, just trying to to be friendly. But of course, defend myself, that is important, really important for me. And I've been learning how to do this because, like I said, I prefer to avoid conflicts, hard situations. But if you do that all the time, people are gonna treat you like shit. So I I have to work on that. Yeah.
But do you think that when we say sorry, it's like it's a weak spot? We are showing a weak spot, or you are a brave man? You are a brave human that recognize your mistake and move on. What do you think about it?
It is a sign of strength because we are exposing ourselves, and I don't think it is a weakness, even though it feels like sometimes, but it's not.
Yeah, yeah. I think that people used to think that when you say sorry, it's like it's something that make you weak. And in my personal opinion, I don't think so. I think that when you say sorry about something that you made wrong, about some mistakes, I think that you are a person that looks to the future, looks to yourself in a humbleness uh, behavior. Like you are humble, to sum it all up, because as I said, as we always discuss here, we need to make mistakes. Of course, if you know that something is wrong and you can avoid it, please avoid it. But sometimes you don't know that you are doing something wrong until something shows you, right? And you need sometimes, not sometimes, but most of the time you need someone to show you what you need to do. And I don't believe that say sorry, no matter the environment that you are, at workplace, in your personal life, or your family. Of course, it's a huge struggle. Uh, inside you, that is your proud and the right thing to do. But in I believe that if you are wrong about something, you need to say sorry and move on. And try, of course, avoid to to make the same mistake. Not just in life, in studies, at work, everything. So that's my opinion. Really nice words, Sarah, also. Thanks for sharing. And you, Leticia, is it easy for you to say sorry?
Yeah, usually I don't find problems and say sorry if I realize that I was wrong or that I maybe hurted someone. Because for me it's natural. Of course, I need to stop and reflecting if I really was wrong. And if I realize that I don't have problems, I'm not a proud person. I say sorry,
Mhm.
I tell my apologizes. So, but I agree with you guys because I think that is really problematic that our models of weakness is be a vulnerable person. And this for me, it's not bad. We need to be vulnerable to improve as humans, as professional, and all the areas of our life. So I think people need to open your heart and realize our mistakes and our right as well. So I think it's really problematic because say sorry isn't a sign of weakness. On the other hand, it's a sign of I don't know how can I say, it's a sign of our ability to think and to reflection and to learn with our actions. So I think that's it. For me, say sorry, it's easy.
Nice words, really nice words. And let me ask you one more thing. When it comes to English, to learning English, how is it for you to just, I mean, when you make some mistakes, how to say sorry for yourself? Because sometimes in my situation, in my experience, I hate when I make a mistake. Nowadays I'm more comfortable and I don't care too much. But in the past it was something that make me stuck in the same place. I couldn't develop myself in the language until I realize it and accept it. And know that I will make mistakes. And for you, Leticia, how is it for you?
Oh, it's complicated because I usually softy and easy people to others, but in relation to myself, I am a little stronger and cold. I I don't accept my mistakes. I'm learning. I'm improving this because it's a process. But now I can see my mistakes much more as an opportunity instead of a bad thing. Of course, depends on my mistakes because some mistakes is unnecessary mistakes. But in general, I'm trying to be more easy with myself and my mistakes because sorry for the noise. Because for example in English it's natural. I usually think that the things that I learned with more intensity is the things that born from a mistake. It's interesting, but it's a way that I'm trying to be better with myself because we need to take care of ourselves as well.
Really nice words. And we can put so much pressure on ourselves, because it's like we're gonna make mistakes. It's it's a fact, but we need to accept it and move on. Of course, there are ups and downs along the process, but it's like we need to accept it try to do our best to improve it, and then just, we can make it stop us, or make us upset, because sometimes it make us upset, but we can give so much importance for the mistakes, I mean, what I mean, make it stop us, or, yeah. But really nice words, Leticia. Thanks for sharing. And what about you,
Bruno,
Rubiani?
please don't
Uh,
ask me about my English because I'm feeling very shame when I make mistakes, when I
no
don't.
way, girl.
Because Letícia speak very well, you speak very well, Sarah, all todos vocês muito bem. And I have difficult to speak in English, to talk in English. But I understand, but I don't have a vocabulary to say that I want to say, And I'm feeling very shame. But I'm here and I'm trying to improve my English. And I hope
Yeah.
that that my English is better. But nowadays I'm very ashamed.
No way, no way. You don't need to be shamed about your English. Your English is it's really good, Of course, we all need to improve, I need to improve a lot, Rubiani. One thing that I have as I don't know if it's how can I say it? Oh my God, I forgot you see, I forgot the word. I forgot the word all the time. It's like, it's, how can I say it? It's let's say, like, it can be a disadvantage for me, I put so much pressure on myself sometimes, and for everything, in life. So it's not so good, Sometimes we just need to live the process, And we all uh, have we all had in a situation where we didn't know anything, and now we are able to speak, and you are able to speak, you are able to communicate. If you are, for example, in a trip in another country, you will be able to speak and people will understand you, no matter if you feel that your English, my English is not so uh, advanced, but you are doing a great job, you are, as we speak in Portuguese, you are putting your face to be slapped, so that's the thing.
Yeah.
And it's a process that you become humble, because you are doing something that you are not used to do, because in your native language you are fluent, and fluency is not say all the words perfectly, fluency is when you are able to communicate. That's the point. If you are able to communicate, you are
Yeah.
fluent, so really nice, really nice to hear your opinion, but I disagree with you when you say that your English is terrible, but because it is not. It is not. Right? Let me see
Thank
here.
you, Bruno.
Mm, you are welcome. Let me see here. What else I want to know from you guys. Okay, the last one, I don't know if I already asked you about it, but Rubiani, in your opinion, how do you resolve conflict or a discussion in a good way, in your opinion?
Um, I think don't have a ruling about the good way to resolve the discussion. In my case, I think sometimes we need to stop and okay, it's your opinion, but not mine. I am a person. As I said, I am a person who have that I sometimes I prefer don't have the razão, but
Mhm.
have the peace. I am this
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
But sometimes we need to try uh, to expose our opinion uh, in a calm way, and no, my vision is about this, that is, in your opinion, I respect your opinion, but I don't agree with you, and don't
Mhm.
have the good way. I think you need to try to maintaining calm, keep calm, and expose your vision, né? I don't have that,
Mhm.
that's a way, assim, uma regra.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's difficult, it's
It's
difficult.
hard. Yeah, it's hard to say something about it, you know. Yeah. But really nice words, really nice words. And I think that I identify some of the things that you say about you in me, you know, because uh I try to avoid conflict, you know. And if we need to discuss about something and we need to go into a conflict, we need to go. If we need to go, let's go. But I try to avoid. I don't like to you know to discuss. But sometimes it's in in oh my god in oh I forgot the words. But sometimes it's unstoppable. You know, it will happen if you want or not. You know, so that's the thing. Thanks for sharing, Rubiani. And what about you, Leticia? What is the best way to resolve a conflict or a discussion for you?
I agree with you, Rubiane. I think that there's no rule to follow because each discussion has their own answers. So in my personal opinion, I try to understand all people involved, and I try to understand what's the reason that move their people have their opinions, because our life and our circumstances can mold our opinions. So people have their own reasons. I think
Yeah,
it's interested in understand the reasons behind opinions, um, in a way to select what is really invalid opinions and what is only intolerance, for example. So I try to do something like this.
yeah, really nice, really nice words, and I agree with you. Yeah, we need to try to find a balance, you know, for both sides and move on. Sometimes it's hard, you know, because people don't like to uh, concede. Yeah, let's say like this. I don't know if it's the correct word to use, but sometimes people don't like to give, you know, a part or to I forgot the word. I'm forgetting all the words. It's funny, but yeah. And basically that's it, guys. So Leticia, thank you for sharing, and welcome, guys, back to the main room. Mr. Ricardo, how was the conversation, man, for you?
That's nice. That's nice. Sometimes is a little exhaustive talk about some topics because cause some conflict. And the I we are talking about it, and I think in the a lot of times you could notice a lot of people just want to disagree or cause conflicts, but a lot of people don't really want to solve problems. Né?
Exactly,
Sometimes the
exactly.
people just wanted to receive focus and for I okay I I just I join on this conversation and discussion just to point the problems, not to solve the problem. Né? So sometimes it's better you okay if you don't have any kind of suggestion sometimes is necessary. You just reserve a while to think about it and try to solve. And when you have some good points to join on the conversation.
Really nice, man. Really nice words. I agree with you. Really nice.
Thank you.
And really nice. Let me see one more person. Ayla, how are you doing? And how was the conversation for you?
I'm good, my friend. It was so interesting topic. It's so nice to talk about. Its topic make us to reflect about how emotional intelligence we are because it's no easy to deal with people, to deal with difference, and it's so complicated as a prof- personal life or professional life all the time. We need to face challenges to solve problems and to deal with people the best way possible. So it was so
Yeah,
good.
really nice to hear that, my friend. Thanks for being here with us. Really nice to have you here. Thank you. And guys, I sent you some links. The first one is about our survey. And if you want to give some suggestions, please feel free. The second one is about our site. If you want to apply to another language, or maybe you want to schedule, reserve your spot in the next immersion, please go there. And the last one is about my LinkedIn profile. If you want to send me a message, or you want to send me an invitation, I will be really glad to have you on my list of friends on LinkedIn. And guys, I want to say sorry for the mistake. Not, yeah, because we have issues. I want to say sorry because of that, but I think that in the next week it will be better. Sarah, you are amazing. You already know about it, but I need to say thank you so much for all the support that you gave me today. It was essential to have this meeting. And guys, I hope to see you again in the next weekend, and along the week also. And that's it, my friends. Thank you so much for being here, and see you in the next.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
Bye,
Guys, have a
friends.
nice week.